Yeah, but Jeff, you don't get the coach's interview if he started at 8 because the game's going to start at 8. Thank you.
Good morning, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here on KSVPTV.com. I'm joined by Coach Alan Williams of the Artesia Bulldogs volleyball team, and we're at the state tournament. The Bulldogs still fighting, looking for the state championship. Got a big win yesterday against a district foe in the Portales Rams.
Yes, it was. We discussed about how it's difficult sometimes to beat a team 3 times. Also talked how I think we played them better the second time than we did the first, and I really think we played our best game against them yesterday. Came out really strong in the first game, and actually just squeaked out a win in that one. But then the next 2 games we pretty much dominated and played really well. Didn't make many mistakes. I like to see that this time of the year.
Yeah, very few unforced errors yesterday afternoon. Of course, that you want that to bleed into this morning as we got the game coming up here at the top of the hour. Hope Christian. Have you guys played them this year?
No, we haven't. In fact, I don't think we've even been in a tournament they've been in. Came up here for the St. Pius Academy tournament, and they weren't part of it. So no, we haven't played them.
Well, they're a good team. You guys are going to have to continue playing well. Every team at this level at the state tournament is really good.
Yes, they are. We've got a strong outside hitter. We played them last year in the semifinal round, and that went 5, and so it was a battle. So yeah, we're expecting this to be a battle this time early in the morning.
All right, Bulldog fans, stay right here on KSVPTV.com. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We've got the Artesia Lady Bulldogs and the Hope Christian Huskies coming up. Go Bulldogs.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. This is Joby Hodling here on KSVPTV.com. Of course, we're on KSVP Radio on Facebook and KSVP TV on YouTube. I'm live here in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, at the 2025 Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Championships. And our Artesia Bulldogs are taking on the Hope Christian Huskies here in just a few minutes. Both teams are on the court getting ready to go. The Huskies got here via beating Taos, then defeating the number 3 seeded Silver City Colts, and then they fell to our district rivals, the Goddard Rockets. The Bulldogs got here. They fell to Academy, the Chargers, in game 1, but then defeated Taos and Portales. Bulldogs are the 4 seed. Hope Christian is the 6 seed, and Hope Christian was the runner-up in District 6 4A. Bulldogs runner-up in District 4 4A. Bulldogs regular season, they were 18-5, 4-2 in district, and Hope Christian 17-6, 6-2 in district. Hope Christian wearing white jerseys with green shoulders, green numbers outlined in gold. The Bulldogs in their orange sleeveless jerseys with white letters and numbers. And again, both teams are getting ready right now to go. Let's see what the officials are discussing. So the game's scheduled to start at 8. I don't know if they'll wait that long. It's 7:54 now. Just a reminder, in case you didn't know, which is doubtful, the Artesia Bulldogs football team plays today. It's the quarterfinal round and the first playoff game for Artesia. And of course, they drew the 1 seed after a fantastic 9-1 season and perfect in district play, 7-0. Today at 2 o'clock, so an hour backed up from when we normally play on Saturdays. Normally the games start at 1 o'clock, but Coach Moppin was asked by the head coach from Highland if he wouldn't mind moving it. He wanted to play on Friday night, and Coach Moppin has been, and I think even back to all of our Coach Henderson, I love the Saturday game. It's a different atmosphere. It's playoff time, and so the Bulldogs play on Saturday. So if they get to make the decision, then they're going to play on Saturday, and that's what Coach told the coach from Highland. But he said, "Well, do you mind if we move it to 2?" And Coach Maupin said that'd be fine. So today the game is at 2 o'clock at Bulldog Bowl. The Highland Hornets coming to town. It's been a while. Highland was a power back in the 50s and 60s, and we played them, I think, 3 times. Got our first state championship in 1957 against Highland. I think we fell to them 1 time in the state tournament, in the state championship game, and we defeated them 2 other times. So I think we're 3-1 record against the Hornets in state title games. But it's been a while since they've been a playoff contender, and this year they defeated Mayfield last week in the first round of the playoffs, so they come to Artesia today. My guess is they're already on their way, they are. I'm sure they're on their way if they didn't go yesterday. All right, so the Bulldogs and the Hope Christian Huskies still kind of just milling around on the court. Again, the officials are talking down there. We're on court number 4. Right next to us on court number 3 is the other game that gets them to the semifinals, and that is Silver City and Albuquerque Academy. So Academy is the 5 seed, Silver City the 3 seed, and then on our matchup, we're the 4 seed and Hope Christian the 6 seed. Waiting in the wings for the 2 o'clock matchups is the number 1 seeded St. Pius Sartans, the St. Pius the 10th Sartans, and the Goddard Rockets, the 1 and the 2 seed. So really kind of unfolding the way the seeding went, with the exception of, because the 3-4 are still alive in Artesia and Silver City being the 3, Bulldogs being the 4, and Goddard and St. Pius have played chalk. They were the 1 and 2 seed, and they've won their games, and so they're waiting for the semifinal matchups against the winner of these 2 games. So the spoilers could be Hope Christian, the 6 seed, or Albuquerque Academy, the 5 seed. But you can see the 1 through 6 seeds are who are alive here in the playoffs. So it's about right. That's about the way you'd want it to be going into the Saturday action, state championship Saturday. Had a great interview with Coach Williams this morning, and talked to him not only in the interview, hopefully you heard that before we came on live here, but also talked to another one of the coaches, and just asked them how the Bulldogs are feeling this morning. And they both said that they think they're feeling pretty good. So we're looking forward to a good game. Now, Coach talked about it yesterday afternoon when we talked about yesterday morning's game at 10, which wasn't as early as this one, obviously. It was at 10 instead of at 8. But, he said, we left early mornings in Artesia, and he said, I think that plays into our favor when we get up here to the state tournament, because the girls are used to being up early, used to getting around, doing things, and so hopefully that translates right here to the Hope Christian Huskies. Now, we'll say Hope Christian is a young team. Let me go through their lineup. Alyssa Ortega is a junior. She's a defensive specialist. Avery Steele is a sophomore, outside hitter and middle hitter. Jennifer Chrismore is number 3. She's an outside hitter. She is one of the 3 seniors. She's 5'10". Number 4 is Lacey Henry. She's the setter, I believe, that we'll see today, and she's a senior listed at 5'3". Number 5 is Ray Holtree. She's a defensive specialist and an 8th grader. Sydney Macias is number 6. She's the libero, and she's a senior listed at 5'2". Another 8th grader. One of 3 they have is the 5'3" center, number 7, Sway Baca. Number 8 is Ryan Parmijo. She's a middle blocker, junior, listed at 5'8". The 5'9" sophomore opposite side hitter and outside hitter is number 10, Haley Wiles. Number 11 is Tessa Essenmacher. He is a middle blocker, sophomore, listed at 6 foot, tallest girl on the team. Another 8th grader, the 5'7" middle hitter, number 12, Ashlyn Steele. Number 13, Addison Hazen is the setter. She's a junior, listed at 5'10". And number 15 is Avery Padilla, opposite side hitter, middle blocker, sophomore, listed at 5'8". Coaches for the Christian Huskies, assistant coach Destiny Duffy, statistician Todd Hogan, assistant coach Brittany Slaughter, and statistician Kinsey Steele. And the head coach is Katie Erdman for the Huskies. For the Artesia Bulldogs, number 0, Brecken Miller, our libero. She's a sophomore. Another sophomore is number 1, Ellie McGoy. She is a setter. Senior number 2, Kirkland Miller, is the setter for the Bulldogs. Senior defensive specialist number 3, Jackie Tovar. And we're going to have the national anthem. So let's take a 1-minute timeout, Jeff. 1-minute timeout. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
All right, Bulldog fans, we are back here. I'm going to finish up the starting lineups for the roster for the Bulldogs. I believe it was on number 3, Jackie Tovar, the defensive specialist senior, another senior outside hitter and defensive specialist. Number 4, Haley Padilla. Number 5 is Ashton Kraft, outside hitter. She's a senior. Junior outside hitter. Number 6, Megan Martinez. Number 7 is Caitlin Addington, the middle blocker. She's a senior. Another senior, number 8, Jenna Whitmire, middle blocker. Senior, number 9, Adrian Harvey, setter and opposite side hitter. Number 10 is Avery Frederick. She's a junior, middle blocker, outside hitter and senior. Number 11, Demery Howard. And number 14, Brooklyn Evans, an outside hitter and defensive specialist. And she also a senior. So the Bulldogs senior loaded with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seniors. Coach here is Elliot Harrison, assistant coach. Mandy Llewellyn, assistant coach. Brianne Naylor is an assistant coach. And our head coach, Alan Williams. Both teams on the floor right now in their circles talking about it and getting ready to play. The Artesia Bulldogs and the Hope Christian Huskies about to get underway here. And winner moves on, loser is done in the state championships here at the 2025 Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Tournament. Again, thank you for tuning in. However you're listening, KSCPTV.com, KSCP Radio on Facebook, and KSCP TV on YouTube. Jeff Curtis back in the studio. I'm Joby Hobbling, and we're about ready to go. Good contingency of fans. There's many fans. There's actually, I think, more fans here for the Bulldogs than there is the Hope Christian. All right, so we've got Tovar, Howard, Brecken, Kirkland, Whitmire, and Padilla on the floor for the Artesia Bulldogs. On the other side, Baca, Poultry, Ortega, Essenmacher, Hazen, and Steele on the floor. So Baca is a 8th grader, and she is a setter. And she's on the floor, and she is going to serve. Here comes the serve. Pass. Whitmire is going to roll shot in the middle for the kill. So a nice big and back row by Padilla. Miller had to go kind of get it out near the 10-foot line, and she knocks it nice set up to Whitmire, and she gets the kill from the left side. And now Evans checks in for Howard, and she's going to go back to serve with the Bulldogs leading 1-0. Brooklyn's going to be right in the middle. And here's her serve. Dug up in the back row by Ortega. Set by Baca. Actually, Baca's just going to give it over. Free ball Archie. Tovar to Evans. Big swing, and it's going to be dug up back there by Holtree. Now a big swing for them. Evans gets it. Whitmire set. It's going to be a nice shot down the line, but it's dug up by Baca. Now they're going to get it back to Evans. Evans to Miller. Miller cross court. Big swing, and that's going to be go off number 5, Holtree. Dig it up over to the left side. The big swing again. Padilla back to Padilla, and it's going to be a kill shot for Padilla. So the Bulldogs go up 2-0 here early in set number 1. Again, Evans with the serve from the middle, floats it back. That's going to be an ace. Going off of Ortega's hands firmly. That knuckleball that every one of our girls has that in their repertoire. And boy, it moves a lot. Tough. All right, 3-0 Bulldogs, and here comes Brooklyn. Again, goes right into Ortega. She gets it up in the air to Baca. Baca back set, goes to swing, and it's going to be a kill shot for number 13, Hazen. Okay, the first point of the ball game. That's checking in with number 3, Chris Moore. Ortega takes a seat, and back to serve is Steele, number 2. She's going to be on the left middle. Here's the first serve, gut serve. Goes back to Evans. Miller. Big swing and a big field. Boy, that looked perfect. Padilla with the shot right across from her left over to the right corner. As Addington cuts in, Brushing Miller is going to break and back to serve Whitmire. Whitmire with a nice swing. They're going to get to it. Shot is dug up. Great job back there by Evans. But they're going to get it. Oh, and they hit it into the net. Chris Moore. So point Ortiz with Chris Moore on that left side. Couldn't get it over could not get it over the net. So once again, Whitmire, she's on the left middle. Nice serve, dug up by Holtree. Up on the front row, it goes to Chris Moore. She blocked it from net. They're going to get it over. They do. Tovar across the Miller, and there's the big swing, and it hits the pole. It's a point for the Huskies. Whitmire takes a break, second in for her. It's Brecken on the other side. 2 came in, 15, Padilla, and maybe number 13. All right, the hit is to Evans, to Miller in the middle. Big swing and a big kill. Man, we get into that, and Padilla's going to knock it down. And so there's another one to Padilla. Back to serve will be Kirkland Miller. Bulldogs lead 6-2 now. Set number 1. Here's Miller. Going to go back to Macias. Baca. Dug up back there. They're going to be right on the net, and that was a happy birthday for number 2, Steele. It was dug up by Evans on a tough dive, and it got up to the top of the net, and they're able to knock it down. Checking in is number 10 and number 4. So Henry and Wiles, number 10, it'll be Lacey Henry to go back to serve, the 5'3" senior. Going to go right middle. Just gets it over. Diving for it was Miller, and then it goes back from Miller back to Miller, and it's going to be, they got to it. Still playing. Miller to Miller cross court. Big swing, and that's going to be dug up on the back row, but Addington gets the happy birthday, and she hit it into the net. I'm on it. Point. Hit Christian. All right, so Christian now down 4-6. Here's the serve into the net. Point Bulldogs. That was Lacey Henry serving. Checking back in is Howard for the Bulldogs. Evans will get a break and back to serve. It'll be Padilla. Hayden from the middle left, a little bit left. Nice serve, but too long. They got out of the way of it, so it's Point Hope. 7-5. Number 3 checks out. Chris Moore, and checking in number 1, Ortega. She's going to get back to serve. He's going to be right in the service. Bulldogs leading 7-5 here in set 1. Here's the serve. Goes back to Miller. Up to Miller. He's going to back set it. Addington with the big swing. Way too long, though. Not on top of that one. Not a switch to get up to see. He's going to check out. Coming in is Whitmire. And back to serve will be Brecken Miller. Wait a minute. They got into the net. Bulldogs only 8-5. Right in the middle. Number 15 gets it back there. Miller digs it up. Whitmire will hit it, but she hits it out. So point to Hope. It's now 8-6 as 11 and 5 set in. The Country and Essenmacher and number 5, Ray Hoster will go back to serve from middle right. More middle than right. Third. Back to Howard. Miller cross sector Whitmire, and her shot is way long. So the Bulldogs, with the exception of Padilla right now, the hitters, which we have really strong hitters, are a little bit long. They're going to have to get on top of that. So 7-8. Howard gets it up to Kirkland, backs it up. It's going to be a tip over. They're going to get to it, but it's going to be, oh, it is in. Oh, man. Nobody over there. That tied it up. 8-8. But that ball was tipped over to the right side. The Bulldogs couldn't get there. It hits the line over there. So again, back to service Holtzy. Back to Howard. Facing it down with Kirkland. Back over to Whitmire. She's just going to bump it over. Dug up back there. Holtzy. And then big swing. And the Bulldogs get it up in the air. Howard is going to hit it way long again. So really, the Bulldogs struggling right now, trying to get that ball down, and Coach Williams calls the timeout. It's 9-8. Coach Christian, we're going to take a 30-second time limit.
Here's a driver putting tires to the test, getting service and pricing that's always best from Ben. Big O's Ben. Lowest tire price guaranteed. He's the man that you go to see. It's Ben. Big O's Ben.
Right now, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock tires with installation purchase. Plus, 0 interest if paid in full within 12 or 6 months. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
All right, we're back here. As the timeout is ending, Coach Williams called that timeout. Little run there by the Coach Christian Huskies. 9-8 now. They are in charge. Poultry back to serve. Bulldog hitters just got to get down on top of it. We've had several unforced errors where they were sailing really long and hitting straight across. Here's the serve. That's going to be way long. Take a timeout first. Bulldog gets a point. And this is the court that the scorekeeper is really slow. 9-9 now. Here comes Kraft. Great serve. Dug up back there. They're going to chase it down on the right side. Number 10 is going to hit it really long. So an unforced error for Haley Wiles. The senior's on the right side, hits it, but really, really far, really long. So again, Kraft back to serve now with the 10-9 lead. They haven't put the point up still. Now finally they do. Dug up by Ortega. They're going to just tip it back there. Padilla from Miller, cross court to Howard. See big swing. It's blocked. Be digging it up. It's was Whitmire. And then a big swing by Padilla. Blocked at the net. That's Whitmire at number 8. Padilla tried to get it over. Right after that, Whitmire goes up and blocks it. Actually, that was number 8 of Essenmacher. All right, so Kraft again, now leading 11-9. Here comes the serve over to the left side. Poultry go for it. What a great shot there by Ashley Kraft. That ball had a curve and well, really, it was that really good knuckleball. It just kind of floated sideways down. They couldn't get to it to the ace to Ashley Kraft. Another serve. Dug up in the back row. They're just going to give it up to the left side. Blocked at the net by the Bulldogs. Can they get it over? They do. Padilla, Kirkland, back set, slide right, and there's a swing by Whitmire. It's dug up back there on the left side. Going to be right at the net. They get it over. Whitmire digs it up to Bulldogs get it up. With the back swing. Looked like it was going to be a free ball, but nobody back there. He goes for the right corner and falls in for the Bulldogs, and now they lead by 4. 13-9, and Kraft once again ready to go. There's a jump serve. Nice floater. Dug up. It's going to be a back set. Number 10 up there for the hit. It's blocked at the net. They're going to get it back up. Back corner. Brecken goes and gets it. And for Jenna Whitmire. She didn't set it. She's going up and knocked it down on the left side of the court. Coach Christian. The Bulldogs now lead 14-9, and they're going to take a timeout. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Yeah, 14-9. Jeff, let's take another 30-second timeout.
Different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
All right, a quick update. Our Silver City winning and set number 17-13 over Academy. They're right on the court next to us on court 3. But they just got a point. Actually, no, Academy's winning 18-13. They had that backwards. All right, so Kraft now has the ball in her hand, ready to go. Bulldogs lead 14-9 in our set. Here's her jump serve. Another floater dug up in the back row. Have to chase it down as a setter. There's a swing, and that's going to be hit back in the back row by Padilla. And then just getting it over was Person. Now they have a chance to get into their system. Blocks it to net, but it falls on our side. Whitmire and Miller went up to block that. Second in is 7-13 on their side. That is, 7 is Baca and 13 is Haven on our side. Tovar checks in. Kraft will get a break. And back to serve will be number 7, Baca, the 8th grader. 14-10, Artesia. Padilla, Kirkland back set. Howard with the swing. It's going to be dug up back there. They're going to get to it. It's going to be a free ball, Artesia. Miller to Whitmire, and it's going to get over. Miller again. Whitmire's going to hit it down. It's going to be dug up again. It goes to our side, free ball on the right side. Howard with his big swing. It's blocked at the net, and that is going to be point Hope Christian. Man, kind of an awkward looking deal there. Both teams were struggling just to get into system, but Hope Christian comes out on top now, down by 3, 11-14. Baca. Padilla goes off funny sideways. Bulldogs just going to get it back over. And then Howard, she tried to go on the right lane, and she just knocked over into the bench. That was another awkward-looking set there for the Bulldogs. It did not go to the system. So 12-14. Baca back again, ready to go. Right side, right corner. Here's a serve. Going to go to Brecken. Kirkland. Howard with the roll shot. Dug up back there by the Huskies. And then it was a good kill. Went off the block and Whitmire and it left on the Bulldog side of things. And fell on our side of the court. So they're back within one. 13-14. The 8th grader on the run. Baca from that far right corner. First serve. Back to Miller. Up to Miller. And then from behind the 10-foot line, there's a big swing and a kill for Tatum Padilla. She is the one killer for the Bulldogs right now. We've got 4 really good ones, but she's been knocking them down. The other ones have been struggling a little bit, but they're starting to get to it. So the Bulldogs go back up by 2-16-13. Evans catch in for Howard, and she is back middle, ready to serve. She got the go ahead. Here's her serve. We dug up in the back row, chasing it down with Baca. She goes to the right side. It's going to be a roll shot. Evans and Miller, and then Whitmire goes up. Instead of Miller setting it, Whitmire just went up high and got the kill shot, went kind of diagonal to the right side, and it falls right side of Hope Christian. So the Bulldogs now lead 16-13. Here's the serve, and it's out. Number 1, Ortega got out of the way of it just a little bit long. Checking in is Chris Moore, and she'll come in for Ortega. Back to serve is number 2, Steele, as the Bulldogs prepare their defense. She's going left middle. Going to go back to Brecken for Kirkland. Kirkland soft court to Padilla, and there's another kill. Boy, Taylor is on fire today. Bulldogs take the lead up to 3 again, 17-14. Addington comes in for Brecken, and back to serve will be Jenna Whitmire. 17-14, set number 1. 22-15 Academy on the one next to us. Great serve. Dug up in the back row. They're going to Boxer hits it backwards. That's a point for Artesia. She had to fade over to the right side out of bounds. When she tried to set it, it went backwards on it. So point Artesia. Whitmire box the serve, 18-14. Whitmire's on the left middle. Now she goes to middle. Jump serve, dug up by Chrismore up on the net. Whereas Bachdag, she is blocked by Addington. The pass up front was right up on the net. She tried to just tip it over. Addington is right there. Blocks it right back down on her. So the Bulldogs go up. Now they're going to have a question here. Number 2, Steele goes over to the umpire up on or the ref up on the stand, and she's talking to her. We'll stop in action here. Bulldogs now lead 19-14. Trying to get to Squinty first. I love the Bulldogs get there first. And now the coach is talking to the official on the floor, and she's shaking her head no. So whenever they were arguing, they got turned down. All right, Jenna from the middle. Here comes her jump serve. Oh, the one hits the top of the net. It'll be as Brecken checks back in, Whitmire will get a break on the other side. Padilla checks into the ball game, as does Hazen. And back to service to Gabriel Macias. Right side. In the middle, moved over to the right. Here's her serve. Padilla, Kirkland, cross court. Big swing and a big kick for Addington. There we go. Addington first shot at it. She hit it long. That time she got on top of it. That's a chill shot. Craft checks in for Togard. Bulldogs beat it to 20 first. They lead by 5, 20-15. And back to serve Kirkland Miller. Well, excuse you. Right side, left side. No, right side. And there's an ace. Diving for it was Macias, but she couldn't get there. Working it to that back left corner. Macias was back there, but couldn't get it. Here's the serve. It's going to be dug up. They're going to get it over. Free ball Artesia, Miller to Miller, cross court to Padilla. It's blocked, and Miller gets it up, and now it's just going to get over the net by Miller. They got a free ball now. They hit it over. Padilla, Miller, Addington. It's just like for Addington. 21-15 Artesia. Here comes Kirkland. Oh, she's going to go. Oh, they hit it. That's an NBA ace. That would have been out, but number 13 let it get clear Hazen and goes off of her and to the right. So Bulldogs now 23. Huskies 15, and Kirkland again with the serve. Nice serve, dug up in the back row. Macias up to the left side. That's going to be Chrismore, and that's out. Getting out of the way of it back there with Evans. Evans. And that takes us to set point as 4 and 10 check in. That's Lacey Henry and Haley Wise. Well, I don't know what happened. Bulldogs, they said Bulldogs had the point, but I guess it was tipped. So Wiles back to serve. Back set from Miller to Padilla. Blocks at the net. Don't see that very often. 15-3, you're up there. Padilla and Chris Smith. So point goes to Huskies. 17 serving 23. And back to serve is Henry. Brecken to Kirkland, right in the middle. Addington's going to tip it over. And that's going to get a kill. He just kind of reached out with the right hand and tipped it over. But enough of a tip that it got back behind the 10-foot line, and it falls as the Bulldogs. Howard checks in and back to serve for Evans, and back to service for Padilla. Set point. Dug up by Steele. Macias over the left side. Wiles dug up by Miller to Miller, right side. Howard with the shot. That's going to be a kill. Goes off the block and out of bounds. And Artesia wins set number 1, 25-17. All right, Jeff, let's take a 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings.
Make your mark in media sales. Pecos Valley Broadcasting and KSVP TV are now hiring account executives in the Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia areas. Send your resume or details to hireme@pvbcradio.com today.
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company.
And I'm John.
We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
All right, Bulldog fans, if you just now joined us, you missed a good one. Bulldogs take set number 1, 25-17 over the Hope Christian Huskies. Bulldogs get this win. They'll move and play at 2 o'clock, and they'll be taking in the number 1 seeded St. Titus the 10th on, which will be a tough road, but the Bulldogs certain to win that match. Goddard, the 2 seed, awaits the winner of the game right next to us, Academy and Silver City, the 3 and the 5 seeds. I think Academy won set 1. And so Bulldogs win set 1, and Academy, I believe, beats them. And they're up now 2-0. They've got their set 2 started. The Chargers up 2-0 over the Fighting Colts. And the Bulldogs back on the floor, as is the Huskies. And we're about ready to go here. The floor ref is looking at the Huskies, making sure all the right players are out there. Just another reminder, Bulldog football today at 2, KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio, AM 990, and FM 93.7. Of course, on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks to Santos, and we got the rights. They helped out with that. And the Bulldogs football will be on free of charge if you can't make the Bulldog Bowl. And I know we've got folks watching worldwide. That ball game taking on the Highlands Hornets will start at 2 o'clock. We'll have a free game at about 1:30ish, 1:25, 1:30. Okay, we're started. Here comes Evans. Nice floater. Dug up the back row by Steele up on the net. And that's going to be just in. Good kill shot there at Tabia. Of the Hope Christian Huskies, 7 and 8, both get ready to check in. That's Baca and Paramijo. And back to serve will be Baca. Play Baca, the 8th grader. Right corner, and where she starts from. Here's her serve. Brecken goes backwards, chasing it down with Padilla to be a free ball. They're going to set it up to Baca. Baca in the middle. It's going to be back to Miller. Miller to the right side. Padilla with the kill. Another great skill for Padilla. Great job by Brecken to Kirkland. And then, of course, over on that left side, Avery to go back to serve. Checking in for Brecken is Addington. Here's a serve for Avery. Nice floater. Up to Baca. She kind of has to chase it down. They're going to have a shot at it. Brecken's in the back to Kirkland, right side. Actually, left side, and another kill for Padilla. Bulldogs now up 2-1 here in this second set. And again, Avery Frederick back to serve. She goes all the way over to the left side with her service. Here it is. Goes down the line. Poultry, Baca. On the right side, dug up by Evans. Miller. Padilla blocked at the net, but getting to was Frederick and then getting it over, and they blocked it again. Padilla's now going to go up and just tip it over. Dug up. Baca is going to go to the left side. Team number 2 dug up in the back row, but it goes out of bounds. Good effort there by Evans. But it goes out of bounds. Frederick gets a break. Brecken back in. On the other side coming in is Steele. No, actually, that's Chrismore. And back to serve will be Steele. Left middle. Goes back to and it falls. Evans got out of the way of it, but it fell in. So point Hope Christian. It's 3-2 now. And Steele once again back to serve left middle. Here's her serve. Evans goes off of her and out of bounds. Boy, the Bulldogs right now, service not working. These last two shots, he didn't get it. He went sideways over to her right. The Green still back to serve now, leading 4-2. Goes right back to Evans. He gets it straight up in the air. Miller chases it down, back set. And there's a big swing by Padilla, blocked at the net. Addington just going to get it over, but way too far. Okay. Let's see. 5-2. Now the lead, 3-point lead. Steele with the serve. Goes again to Evans. Chasing it down with Miller. On the left side, shot blocked. Addington shot again. Bulldogs get it. It's just going to be bumped over by Dia. Now they got a shot block in the middle. Quick set and a kill for Avery for Dia. So the Christian Huskies on a run here, and then they only 6-2 in set number 2. Steele going to go right back at Evans, back set, big swing, and that was tipped. I thought it was tipped. Yeah, it was tipped. So it's a point on Artesia. As Kraft is set in for Harvey. Point on Artesia. So it'll be 3-6 as Kirkland Miller on the far right side will go back to serve. Here's a jump serve. Got that back there by Steele. Baca, big swing in the middle. Evans gets it up in the air, goes over the net. Steele to Baca on the right side, and that's a kill shot for number 3, Jennifer Chrismore. Macias comes back in, and also coming in the ball game, number 12, Ashton Steele. They'll go, let's see, no, it's going to be Macias, number 6, back to serve the libero. Leading 7-3. Here's her serve. And that's going to be an 8. No, yeah, it's going to be an 8. Went off the Brecken backwards. And reason I stopped for just a minute was to be a chase. And that's not sure way back there, but couldn't get it to come back toward the net. 8 serving 3. Miller. The Miller, right side. Tip over by Kraft. They're going to dig it up, back set. Big swing goes off of Miller, but chasing it down was Evans, and then Kraft got it over. Baca back set again. That's going to go long for number 8, Carmijo. Point Artesia. However, check in. Evans will get a break, and back to serve will be Kaylee Padilla for the Bulldogs, down 4-8 in set number 2. Padilla from the middle right, and the serve. Good serve dug up by Macias. Baca right in the middle. That's going to be out. Good swing there by Ashland Steele, but it goes out. He's another 8th grader. They got 3 of them on their team. 2 of them on the floor right now. 5 serving 8. Haley back ready to go right middle. Here's the jump serve. Dug up back there by Steele. And then it's blocked at the net. Point on Artesia. As number 2, Ages there tried to take it off that pass and go up, and right there was Kraft with the block. Bulldogs got the lead to 2. 6 serving 8. Padilla ready to go. Here's her jump serve. And that's an ace that goes off of Macias and backwards. Ace for Kaylee Padilla. The Bulldogs back within 1 as they roll back the ball back across the court to Kaylee. And here's some her jump serve again, right middle. That's going to be off of number 8. Steele gets it up in the air. That's going to be a swing. And Brecken to Kirkland across to Howard. Here's her big swing. It's dug up back there. It's going to be a free ball on Padilla. Oh, just a kick over by Kirkland Miller. I was looking for the set, and I thought she hit him in the net. It was a nice shot. Kick it straight over, gets the kill, and that tied it up. 8-8. Good job there by Kirkland. All right, here's the jump serve. Dug up by Steele. Baca chases it down. They're going to get it over. So free ball Artesia. Brecken to Kirkland. Back set. Kraft. Dug up by Carmijo. Oh, wait. I guess Kraft got into the net. 10 and 4 checking in. Lacey Henry's number 4. Haley Wiles number 10. They check in. Henry will go back to serve. It's 9-8. Huskies for the Bulldogs. Henry, right middle. Here's her serve. Padilla to Miller. Miller back set. Addington gets it in the net. So an first serve there. 10-8. Henry once again goes back to serve. Huskies with a 2-point lead. Here's her jump serve. Padilla up to Kirkland. Back set. Addington just puts it over. They dig it up. On the left side, big swing for Spear. And that's going to be a kill. Padilla dove for it. Got it up in the air, but real low. And Kirkland couldn't get it up any higher than that. So point goes to the Huskies as Henry once again ready to serve at 11, serving 8. Howard, oh, to get it weird, it's a happy birthday. When Wiles gets the kick right up on the net from Howard. 12, serving 8. Henry again back right middle. Here comes her jump serve. Goes back to Brecken. Kirkman back set. Addington roll shot. Dug up by Kraft. They're going to say, oh, I thought they were going to say out of bounds or under the net for Addington, but they did not. It goes out. The Kraft shot, so it is a point for the Huskies. Long run for the Huskies. Henry. Brecken goes funny. Going to bump it up to the left side. Howard. Demasius. Steele tipped it over. Addington to Kirkland and then back to Addington. And that's a field shot for Addington off the block of Wiles. Falls in the middle of the court. So the Bulldogs get the point. And now down 9-13 as Frederick steps in. Addington gets a break, and they've got Brecken Miller 30. Back to Steele. He gets it up to front row. Bulldogs tip it up in the air and gets it over. It's going to be a free ball as Steele gets the kill on the left side. Point Huskies. Second in for the Huskies is number 1, Ortega, and she will go back to serve. And then a timeout taken by Coach Williams. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy, GMC, or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet celebrating 100 years at the corner of 1st and Main in downtown Artesia.
Okay, the Bulldogs are down 14-9 here to the Hope Christian Huskies in set number 2. And back to serve will be Alyssa Ortega, junior, listed at 5'1". Huskies on a little run here. Bulldogs tied up with a 9-8 lead, and then it's been all Huskies since then, 14-9. Padilla, Kirkland back set. Kraft with a roll shot, dug up by Ortega. Back set, big swing and a kill to number 10. Wiles on that right side to this cross court. 15-9. Ortega once again on the right middle, back to serve. Ball almost gets on the court. It doesn't. All right, here's the serve. Again to Padilla. Kirkland. I didn't know. Back set, really. Padilla, she gets it over from the 10-foot line. They're going to have a chance out of here. Big swing, and that's going to be a field shot. It's tipped by Frederick. Goes out of bounds backwards. Good throw there for Wiles. And it's now 16-9. 7-point lead. Ortega right middle. Ready to serve. Here's her serve. Hits the net. Boy, we needed that. So Bulldogs gets a 10. 10-16. Kraft will go back to serve. And I'd like to see her go on a run right here. She's certainly capable. That's the fast. That's kind of the middle. And then fades over to the side. That's going to go up by Mossius. That's on the net. Henry. Big swing and a big kill over there. Number 6. Ashton still on 8. And Avery Padilla checks in for the Huskies. And on the other side, Harvey will check in for Kraft. Back to serve will be Ashton Steele, the 8th grade middle hitter who just had that kill shot. 17-10. She's going to serve from the far left corner. Here's her jump serve. Back into Kirkland. Kirkland's cross court. Keith Frederick. Her kill shot is dug up back there. They're going to get it over the left side. It's going to be a tough shot. If they get it over, they did. Howard to Miller in the middle. Frederick just tips it over. Coming to get it with Ortega. Another kill. Blocks with the net. They get it up. That's a double hit. It'll be point Artesia. But getting that kill for the Artesia Bulldogs is Avery Frederick. As number 5 steps into the ballgame, Holston. On the other side, Howard gets a break. Evans comes in. She'll go back to serve. 11 serving 17. Bulldogs down by 6 here in set number 2. So Evans in the middle. Here's her jump or her serve. Floats it over, dug up in the back by Steele. Right in the middle, it's going to be a shot that's dug up by the Bulldogs, and nobody goes and gets it. Oh, my goodness. That's a point for the, they had it dug up, and it was over on the left side, but no one couldn't get there. Nobody else hit it. All right, so number 7 back to serve. That's Sway Baca, the 8th grader, on the far right corner, leading 18-11. Her serve goes back, and that's out of bounds. Good job out there by Brecken and Padilla. They both got out of the way of it. With Addington checks in from Brecken Miller. Back to serve will be Avery Frederick. She serves from that left corner. 12 serving 18. We're in set number 2. Bulldogs got set 1. Here's a serve. Floater. They're going to chase it down. Baca, big swing. Dug up back there by Evans. It gets up over the net by Addington. Now they got a free ball. Big swing, dug up by Harvey. Miller to Padilla. Way out. She was able to get on top of that one. Frederick will take the break. Coming in is Brecken Miller on the other side, 3-1. So that's Chris Moore for Ortega. And back to serve is Avery Steele, the sophomore. Leading 19-12 are the Huskies. Padilla chasing it down is Miller, and then Addington's going to hit it about a mile too far. Boy, just should have just bumped it over because they give them a free ball, but instead, point, and they get to 21st. So 20 serving 12. Bulldogs got to go on a run here. Avery Steele left middle. Evans chasing it down is Miller. She back sets it to Padilla. Flipped at the net. Steele in the middle, they're going to hit it, and it's going to be down. Figure Taylor. Harvey couldn't get to it on the left side. 21-12 in set 2, so they're kind of running away with it. Bulldogs won set 1, 25-17, but now the Huskies are running away with it. Steele goes back to Padilla. Miller right up on the net. She's just going to go over and get the kill. Good job there by Kirkland Miller. The Kraft to check in for Harvey. Kirkland, they go back to serve. And the Bulldogs within 8, 13 serving 21. And she gets to go ahead on the right side. Ace. Boy, they got out of the way. That ball goes. Macias just kind of moved over to, or no, actually Holtzen. That was run by 5 feet. They just made a mistake. Point Artesia, 14 serving 21. Poultry, not a very good set. It's going to go up the front row. Padilla, the Miller in the middle, Addington with the swing, and that's going to be dug up from the left side. Steele with the big swing, out. Bulldog point. Miller gets the ball back and ready to serve. 15 serving 21. Bulldogs, and an even run here. Here comes Kirkman. After Poultry. Back set by Baca. That's going to be over the net. Kraft gets it up in the air. Miller back set to Padilla, kill shot. But Padilla with another hammer goes off of Poultry and out of bounds. As he checks out, coming back in is Macias, the libero. And Kirkland Miller back to serve. Dug up. Baca in the middle, big swing, and that's a kill shot for number 16, Avery Padilla. 22-16, back to serve will be number 6, Sidney Macias, the liberos. 5 and 12 get up to check in. That's Poultry. That's knocked it. Well, they had a double switch there. Poultry comes back out. Here's the serve. Padilla to Miller. Miller back set to Padilla. She gets when they place it down, they're going to get that over free ball. Miller to Miller again. Oh, she just goes to the middle. Boy, I tell you what, Kirkland's had 4 of those now, I think, in the first 2 sets, but she goes, instead of setting it, she just goes to the middle. And the Bulldogs get back within 5, 17-22 as Ibbins gets a break. Howard checks in. And back to serving would be Haley Padilla. 17 serving 22. Here's her jump serve from the middle. Goes back row. They dig it up. Baca to the left side. Steele tips it into the net. Point Artesia. Actually, that was Chris Mill. That was on the left side, flipping into the net. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by the Huskies. So let's take a 30-second timeout back at the studio.
Here's a driver putting tires to the test, getting service and pricing that's always best from Ben. Big O's Ben. Lowest tire price guaranteed. He's the man that you go to see. It's Ben. Big O's Ben.
Right now, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock tires with installation purchase. Plus, 0 interest if paid in full within 12 or 6 months. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
All right, we're back 22-18. I hope Christian Huskies lead here in set number 2, but the Bulldogs on a limiting run. The coach for the Huskies stopped the ball. Coach Williams is out talking to the official that's up on the net. She came down to talk to him. Then he walks back across the court, and now Avery's still talking to her, the player. Back to serve will be Padilla for the Bulldogs. And she's still talking to Steele. Whatever the discussion was, Coach Williams walked back. Now he's going to go give Padilla a high five while we were waiting. And now the whole team, except for one, goes over and talks to the coach for the Huskies. A lot of discussions going on there by both sides. But now we're ready to go. The assistant gives the go ahead, and here comes Padilla from the middle. Her jump serve. They dug up in the back row. Baca in the middle. Tip over. Brecken to Kirkland. Set in the middle to Addington. She's going to get the kill. Nice job there by Addington. Goes from the middle over to the right side. The left to her. Right to their kick pushing. The Bulldogs get turning. Now down by over 2. 18-32. Academy up 24-18 on the court next to us. Looking to get the 2-game lead. And that shot was way too long for it to be a point. Goes to Hope Christian. It's 10-4 get ready to check in. Lacey Henry and Kaylee Wiles checked in for the Huskies, and it'll be Henry going back to serving number 4. 23-19. He's going to serve middle, right middle. Here's the serve. A Brecken to Kirkland, back set. Addington with the shot way too long. Trying to hit it flat, straight out the back. So set point here, 24-19. The Bulldogs got to run it back right now. They don't. It's 1-1 in sets. Here comes the serve. Miller right in the middle. And that's way too long for Kraft. And so the second set goes to the Huskies, 25-19. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We're set 1-1 here in the ball game. 2-minute timeout.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Hey y'all, it's Holly with Nels Floral. We would like to share a big thank you to all of Artesia for all your support. And tell all the Bulldog athletes we're so proud of your accomplishments. Keep on being exceptional. Remember, Nels Floral is the place to go this fall for all of your Bulldog plush and gifts and fall flowers. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at 712 West Dallas Avenue, online at nelsfloral.com or call 575-746-3775. At Nels Floral, it's great to be a Bulldog.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
All right, welcome back here. We're going into set number 3 as Artesia and Hope Christian are battling. We're tied up 1-1 in sets. All right, so they're still looking at rotations. The official now is done. And it'll be number 7 serving Baca, the 8th grader. Right corner, 1-1 in sets. The Academy League Silver 2-0. That's clear for us. Still 3. And Baca gets to go ahead. She takes a couple of hard pounds. Now the shot. Reckons, and that was just went off of her sideways. Thanks on the ace for Baca. 1-0. It's 50. Baca again from the right corner. Here's her serve. Padilla, Miller, right side. Getting the ace is Whitmire. 1-1. Kind of just shoved it over as Evans checks in for Howard, and she'll go back to serve. Evans in the middle. 1-1. Here's her serve. Back on the back row, and that's going to be, they get it up, but not enough. A little 3-4 times. So a great serve. Kind of ate up their defensive special back there. Alyssa Ortega. So the Bulldogs take a 2-1 lead. Well, this official just drives me crazy. She's so slow putting the point up there. Nice serve, and that's going to be just. Was up on the net. Sorry about that. I lost my connection. Point Artesia, another good serve. They're going to get it up in the air. It's going to be a free ball for Artesia. Brecken up to Kirkland. Cross court. Big swing and a big kill for Kaylee Padilla. Bulldogs take a 4-1 lead. My earpiece fell out of my ear and rolled down the standing. I lost you for a minute. Sorry about that. Bulldogs 4, Huskies 1. Good serve. They're going to just get it up. They're going to set it over the right side. And that's not going to get over. With number 13, Hazy puts it into the net. Checking in for her is number 8, Potter Miho. And again, serving the difference for the Bulldogs, now leading 5-1 here in set number 3. Here's a serve, goes back. They're going to dig it up. Ortega will shove it over. Tovar to Miller. And then the cross-court shot dug up in the back row by Ortega. Oh, they're going to get it over. They do. Miller to Whitmire. It's dug up back there. There's a happy birthday, but they dig it up again. And number 2 steal. Oh, no, they're going to say they were in the net. So they stop play finally. Point Artesia. 6-1 Bulldogs in set number 3. Again, Evans from the middle. Serve is dug up in the back row by Ortega up on the net. Big swing and a big kill for Howard Meehan. Up for the block was Whitmire and Padilla, but couldn't get it. As number 3, Chris Moore checks in for Ortega. And back to serve is Avery Steele. She serves from the left middle. Here's the jump serve. Padilla, Kirkland, back set. Whitmire going to shove it over to the right side. They're able to dig it up on the left side. It's going to be a clear shot, blocked by the Bulldogs. They're going to get it again. Baca, blocked by Padilla. Baca to the left side. Chrismore with the shot. Dug up in the back row, all the way over the net by Evans. They're going to be a free ball. And that's going to be long. No tip point. Artesia, they were begging for the tip from Padilla, but it didn't happen. So Artesia gets a point. If Brecken takes a seat, coming in for her is Whitmire. She'll go back to serve. 7-2 Artesia. Whitmire starts in the middle. Jenna coming forward to jump serve. Ran put it right into, well, actually, Kirkland caught it. It was going to hit the net. Tovar is in the ball game. Oh, no, Brecken checked back in. Tovar was already in. And Whitmire takes a break. Macias, Padilla up to Kirkland. In the middle. Padilla, kill shot. Jump right in the middle. She's hammered the ground. And the Bulldogs go up 8-3. Kraft will check in for Tovar, and it'd be Kirkland Miller on the right side serving for Artesia. 5-point lead, and here comes Miller. Jump serve across to the left side. They dig it up. Baca in the middle. Blocked at the net by Addington. He gets the point. It's number 12, Steele, Ashley Steele, trying to get a kill shot, and then he blocked by Addington right back down into her. 9-3 Artesia. Kirkman with the serve. Goes cross court. Too far. Point. Huskies. 10 and 4 to check in. Wilds with Henry, and it'll be number 4, Henry, going back to serve. She serves from the middle. Well, kind of right middle. She took a couple of steps over to her right. 4 serving 9. Brecken to Kirkland. Kirkland right in the middle to Addington. It's tipped and out of bounds. It'll be a kill for Addington. But Caitlin, nice shot as Rivers steps out. Howard checks in, and Padilla back to serve with a 10-4 lead. Here set 3. We serve from the middle. Jump serve. Dug up back there by Steele. Swing is blocked at the net. They're going to get it up onto the net again. It's going to go over, but there's Brecken to Kirkland on the right side. Kraft with the shot. They blocked it. Bulldogs are going to get it over, but it goes out of bounds. Addington got it over the net, but it went out of bounds over on the right side. So point goes to the Huskies. 5 serving 10 as Ortega checks back in, and she'll go back to serve. He checked in for Christmas. Right middle for Alyssa Ortega. Brecken, Kirkland to Howard. Howard with the shot. Dug up back there by Macias. Ortega's going to get it up front. Free ball Artesia. Padilla, Kirkland, and she's just going to go over again in the middle. That has been so effective. I don't know if they probably watched Hope Christian and saw that middle is open, because Kirkland has done that. I think that's her 5th time. She gets the point as Addington takes a seat. Brecken back there, and Brecken will be back to service. Floater, it's going to go to Steele. Chasing it down. They're going to get a shot at it. Brecken, back row. It's up on the net. Kraft puts it up into the air. Back set to Howard. She's just going to tip it over. They get to it. They dig it up. It's going to be Macias going back corner. Back there was Padilla to Miller. Then just stepping it over and not able to get it over. It might have been blocked. That was Whitmire. And Wiles might have got a piece of that. It falls on the Bulldogs side. So 6 serving 11. Bulldogs by 5. And back to serve will be Ashton Steele, left corner, where she'll serve it from. Her jump serve is going to go back to Padilla, up to Miller. Kirkland, right side to Whitmire. Big shot, too far. Didn't get on top of it. Sailed long. Oh, they said they tipped it. Oh, but boy, Hope Christian not happy about it. The coach is standing over there with her arms out. It was tipped. Point Artesia. Kraft with the serve. They got 2 balls on the court, so somebody needs to get one of them off, and they're going to. Poultry checks back in for Hope Christian. 12-6, X is. Dug up in the back row. You're going to have a quick shot in the middle. Bulldogs get it blocked. Then it's going to go over, dug up. Another set over to Steele, blocked. But Bulldogs dig it up on the right side. Howard, dug up in the back row by Macias. They're going to get it over. Miller, to Miller, right side. Howard, blocked at the net. Point Huskies. Bogar will check in for Kraft. It'll be 7 serving 12 here as they've got number 8 checking in. That's Jaramillo. Also checking in was number 7, Baca. She'll go back to serve. The 7 serving 12. Baca from the far right corner. Here's her serve. Skips the net. Padilla gets it to Miller. Miller back set to Howard. She gets it over. They're going to dig it up on the back row. Baca. Oh, blocked out of bounds by Howard. Boy, looked like it was going to be a free ball. She went up on the net and hit it hard down, straight left, out of bounds. 8 serving 12. Baca again back to serve. Far right corner. Padilla. Kirkland. She goes over the net. Baca gets it up into the air. Poultry on the left side. Big swing, and that's a kill by number 2. Avery Steele. She went from left to right over to the corner. Bulldogs. Brecken Miller couldn't get there. 9 serving 12. Baca through. Here comes the serve, far right side. Brecken, Kirkland, sets it to Padilla in the back row. Her shot is blocked, and they're saying the Bulldogs got in the net. No, they're saying 4 hits. 10 serving 12. Baca again back to serve. Right corner. Bulldogs by 2. And serve. Hey, good shot back there by Padilla. She was about to hit it, and they stepped passage and let it go by her out of bounds. Howard gets a break. Evans to come in and go back to serve for the Artesia Bulldogs with a 3-point lead, 13-10. From the middle, Brooklyn Evans. He has to go ahead. Here's the serve. Number 8 brings it back there. Jaramillo up front. It's going to go back to Jaramillo. Her big swing. Evans hits it backwards. Skill shot for her Martin Jaramillo. Second in is Chris Moore for the Huskies. Back in is Brecken Miller. 11 serving 13. Miller to Miller. Miller cross court. Padilla, and there's a kill shot. Boy, we just got to get in that system. Haley has been on it. Brecken checks out. Whitmire checks in. Shea leading 14-11. Nice floater, but way too long. They didn't even attempt to get it. Just got out of the way. Brecken back in. Whitmire will take a break and back to serve will be number 6. The libero, Sidney Macias on the right side. 12 serving 14. Macias floater. Padilla gets to it. Kirkland in the middle. Big swing and a big kill for Haley Padilla. Right in the middle. Kraft will check in. Toldar will get a break. And Kirkland will go back to serve for the Bulldogs lead 15-12 here in set 3. Kirkland right side. Macias up to Baca. Left side. Chris Moore. Big swing and a kill. It goes off with the ribbons back there on the back row and out of bounds. 13 serving 15. As Lyles checks in, also number 4 Henry, and she goes back to serve right here. She's going to go Christian down by 2. 13 serving 15. She's almost in the middle, a little bit right. Took a couple of steps right again. Serve. Does serve back to Evans. Miller chases it down, goes cross court. Kraft with the kill. Goes off the block and to the right and down. Ashley Kraft with the kill. The Bulldogs go back up by 3, 16-13 as Emery checks in for Brooklyn and back to serve. Haley Padilla with that 3-point lead. We're in set number 3. It's 1-1. Padilla, nice serve. We can get it up in the middle. Skip over. It's going to be a kill shot. He had goals there, but then left. He couldn't get there. 14 serving 16. As number 1, Alyssa Ortega will come in for Chris Morris. She'll go back to serve. Down by 2. She'll serve over on the right side. Russo serves. Miller back set. Addington waiting too long. Another unforced error for the Bulldogs. We've had several of those in set 2 and then a few in set 3. But the Bulldogs have that 1-point lead after that. Again, Ortega right middle will serve down 15-16 to the Bulldogs. Tips off the net. Brecken gets to it. Kirkland back set. Addington with the shot. Did it go off of the net or did it go off of? Oh, yeah, Bulldog tip. It was tipped by Jim. So point Artesia, Addington with the kill. Whitmire checks back in, and Brecken will go back to serve. Leading by 2, 17-15. Cross court. Dug up back there by Ortega. Then a back set. That's going to hit the net. Carrying Artesia. Or hit the pole, actually. By number 10, Chris North, or no wires. And now timeout taken by Hope Christian. Bulldogs lead by 3, 18-15. And I'm going to keep it right here. We have a great fraternity of fans. They're across from me. I'm getting to sit up in the seat of the Bulldog parents to call this game. I'm right above court number 4 and court number 3. So it looks like a sweep coming for Academy. They're up 20-12 over Silver City in set number 3. Here in our set, or in our match, it's 18-15 Bulldogs, and it's tied 1-1 in sets. So the Bulldogs, this 3-point lead, want to maintain it and get this win and go up 2-1. If they win, they advance this afternoon at 2 o'clock against the 1-seeded St. Pius Spartans. But if they lose, we're done. So the Bulldogs want to get this set and then get the 4th set and win. Academy and Silver, they face Goddard at 2 o'clock, the winner of that game. And I think Academy right now has this control, leading 21-12. All right, we're back and ready to go. I'm timeout. Here's the serve from Brecken. Goes over to the right side to Ortega, and they're going to get it into, can't even get it over. That was a great serve. Ortega's dig back there went far right. They tried to get it, but could not. So point Artesia 19-15. Brecken Miller with the serve. They'll go to that side again. Ortega gets it up. They're going to go cross court. Big swing, and it's blocked at the net. Boy, Kraft went hard and fell down. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like she's okay. The court ref is talking to the coach. I hope Christian kind of arguing, it looks like. What did they do? Are they calling a jump ball? No points have been on the board yet, 19-15, and I didn't see which way, if any, if they pointed, and I haven't seen the 2 thumbs up yet. And now the floor official talking to the, you're going to come across and talk to the official up on the stands. Bulldog fans over there screaming Bulldogs, got a chant going. They still haven't put a point up, so I don't know what the decision was here. And I didn't see exactly what happened to Kraft. She kind of went down over on the right side. I think maybe she came down on an ankle funny, but I don't know. I don't know what they called. They haven't called anything yet. The score is 19-15. It's either going to be a jump ball or one of these teams is going to get that point. I just don't know which yet. I can tell you that the coach for Hope Christian is not happy. She's standing up at the 10-foot line right on the side, watching across to see what the 2 officials call. And now the official is going to come out and tell a Hope Christian Husky to go over actually both captains. So, and now both coaches. So they're being talked to. It's Kirkland Miller and number 2, Avery Steele, over there talking to the judge. And then I guess we're getting an explanation. The 2 coaches talking to the floor ref. And it doesn't look like Hope Christian coach is happy. She started walking away, and the ref called her back and is explaining again. She's shaking her head no and throwing her hands up in disgust. Well, I don't know if the Bulldogs get that point, or again, if it's a jump ball. She's not happy about it. Williams is standing listening. Now the floor ref will go over to the scoring table. Academy moves on. They win in 3. Okay, so it's still Bulldogs. Oh, we got the points. 20-15. Here's Kirkland. Dug up back there by Ortega, having to chase it down. There's going to be a back shot to Padilla. Right in the middle. It's going to be shot by Whitmire. Point Artesia, 21-15. But Whitmire got the kill. All right, so Brecken Miller again back to serve. Here's her serve. Macias gets it up to the front row. It's going to be in the middle. And that is out of bounds. Number 12 tried the kill shot across the court. 8 Ashton Steele goes out of bounds over there on the left side of the Bulldogs. So it's point, right side for the Bulldogs, left side for the Huskies. And it's now 22-15 Bulldogs by 7. Brecken on her right middle. Goes cross court out too long. They got out of the way of it. It does fall out of bounds. So point Huskies as Avery Padilla checks in for the Huskies. Back to serve on the left side to be Ashton Steele. 16 serving 22. Bulldogs by 6. There's the jump serve. Miller to Miller. You're going to go behind the 10-foot line. That's blocked, and that's not blocked. It goes down, but it falls down between Padilla and the net for the Bulldogs. Haley Padilla with another kill from behind the 10-foot line. We are now up 23-16. And Christian Husky was trying to check in, and the coach runs out there and says, no. She comes back, and Macias checks in, and coming out is number 12, Ashton Steele. All right, so Kraft serving, leading 23-16. Here's the serve. Cross court, dug up by Macias. Chasing it down with Padilla, and that's going to be blocked but out on our side. So point goes to Hope Christian Huskies as Kovar checks in for Kraft. On the other side, Chrismore will check in for Ortega, and back to serve will be Haley Wiles for the Huskies. 23-17 is our score. Macias goes over and talking to her coach, and the official also staying there. And she's now looking at the scores table to make sure there wasn't a rotation mistake. And apparently there's not. So back to serve will be Haley Wiles. She serves from the left side. 17 serving 23. Here's her jump serve. Goes back to Brecken to Kirkland. Back set. Howard with the shot and the kill. Emery Howard on the back set from Kirkland Miller, and Howard will take a break. Evans will come in to serve, and it is set point 24-17 in favor of the Bulldogs here in set number 3. They're tied up 1-1, but the Bulldogs can work 2-1 right here. And they lead 24-17. Evans from the middle. Got up back there by Chrismore on the left side. Big swing. That's a kill shot from the left for Avery Steele. 24-18 Artesia. And going back to serve will be Avery Steele, who just had that kill. All right, here we go. Brecken, Kirkland, back set. Whitmire going to shove it over, dug up by Chrismore. They're going to get it up to the left side. Another big shot. Tip, and then Whitmire will tip it over, and they get it over amazingly enough. Padilla digs it up. Back to Padilla. Her big swing is too far out. Boy, what a good job by that Huskies. I didn't think there was going to be any way they would get that up, and they did. 24-19 Bulldogs. Steele with the serve. And we got a timeout. The official on the floor is talking to the official. Oh, we got a yellow card. I know that means something. I don't know what it means, but she pulled out a card out of her pocket. All right, it's 19-24. Brecken, Kirkland. It's going to be a free ball for the Huskies. Right in the middle. Big shot. Big stick in the with the ball. And the Bulldogs win 25-19 to take the 2-1 lead over the Huskies. They won 25-17. Set one fell 19-25. Set two and win 25-19. Set three. Let's take a 2-minute timeout.
Paul says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 2, we give thanks to God always for all of you, constantly mentioning you in our prayers. A couple of things. Are we thankful? That's the time of season we're in. We're remembering things and we're being thankful for things. Are we thankful for all those things around us? But also, how about our prayer life? Are we praying? Are we asking God? Are we telling God how thankful we are for Him and for His mercy and His love and His forgiveness? And I really like what Paul says there. Are we constantly doing that? Not just in those desperate moments in life, but in that constant thought process of life. Constantly mentioning, constantly talking to God and asking God to help us and to bless us. So I want you to look at your life. I want you to take a long look and ask yourself, do I constantly remember my life in prayer? And am I constantly doing that with God? If I'm not, maybe I need to change. And if I need to change, do I need help? And if you want help, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
Hi, Artesia. Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. It's back. Our world-famous chicken pot pie is back for a limited time only, and it's better than ever. And for only $5.99, you can't beat that. Come by and try one today. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
Southeast New Mexico College offers a variety of associate degrees and certificates to help you pursue your educational goals. You'll find high-quality, affordable associate programs like business and nursing. Certificate programs like natural gas compression, welding, and industrial maintenance are offered to serve the common needs. Find your direction at SENMC. Navigate new pathways through higher learning at Southeast New Mexico College. Learn more at senmc.edu.
Paul says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1,
All right, we're back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center. Artesia Bulldogs and Hope Christian Huskies going at it. The winner advances, the loser goes home. Right now, the Bulldogs have a 2-1 lead, winning set number 1, 25-17. Then they fell in set 2, 19-25, and then win set 3 just a couple of minutes ago, 25-19. So Bulldogs get this set, they will advance and be taking on St. Pius at 2 o'clock this afternoon in the semifinal game. The officials still looking at the setup of both offenses. We're going to have Miller, Whitmire, Addington, Tovar, and Padilla on the floor, the Bulldogs. Wiles, Avery Steele, Padilla, Lacey Henry, and number 1, Ortega on the floor. Also I already said Avery Steele. That's who's on the floor for the Hope Christian Huskies. And it'll be Bulldog serving with Evans back to serve. We'll start things off here in set number 4. Here's her serve. Floater dug up in the back row. It'll be Steele in the middle, and Bulldogs can't get to it. Healing for number 2, Avery Steele. That's the first point. They're checking in 7 and 8. That's Baca and Fadamijo, and Baca will go back to serve, leading 1-0. Brecken tried to get to that kill shot. She got it with the right hand, but it had to dive for it. All right, the shot back to Brecken. Kirkland back sets to Whitmire. She tips it up and over. They're going to dig it up. Baca to Steele. Her shot is going to be a kill shot. It was blocked by Whitmire, but it went sideways down the net and falls on the Bulldog side of things. So 2-0. As Baca goes back to serve, leading 2-0. Here's the serve. Miller, Kirkland, cross court. It's going to be a roll shot, and they're going to get to it right up on the net. Whitmire, but they get to it again. Steele with a big swing. Dug up back there by Brecken to Kirkland. Padilla, her shot blocked at the net by the other Padilla. That would be Avery Padilla, number 15, the 5'8" sophomore. 3-0. Hope Christian. Baca again from that right corner, ready to serve. And that's going to go into the net. So point Artesia. Addington checks in. Brecken gets the breaks, and Jenna will go back to serve. Jenna from the right middle. Her jump serve upcoming. Down 1-3. Goes back. They get to it, tip it up, and that's going to be Bulldog point. And they just couldn't get it over the net. 2-3. Husky touched it, but couldn't get it back over the net. So now 2 serving free. Bulldogs, Jenna Whitmire from the middle. And her serve. Dug up back there by Ortega. They're going to have to chase that down and be a free ball Artesia. Padilla gets it too far up on the net, and that's a happy birthday for Avery Padilla. He was up on the net, just slammed it straight down. Ortega checks out. Checking in for her is number 3, Jennifer Chrismore, and back to serve will be Avery Steele. Padilla, Miller, back set. Oh, gets over the net, but they get there. Back set. Goes back to Tovar. Miller to the right side. Padilla with the big swing and a kill shot down the left side for Padilla. Kraft will check in. Tovar to get a break, and the Bulldogs back within 1 as Kirkland Miller will go back to serve. It's 3 serving 4. Here's the serve. Dug up. Baca to the right side to Chris Moore. Blocked at the net, but they dig that up. Baca again, back set this time. And the shot is going to be down and in for number 8, Palomino. She gets the kill. 5-3. Palomino was checked out. Checking in is number 12, Ashton Steele. And back to serve will be Macias, the libero from the far right corner. Leading 5-3. Little floater. Bulldogs get it up. Miller right back to Addington. Her shot's dug up in the back row by Macias. Baca to the left side. There's a kill shot for number 3, Chris Moore on the left side. 6-3. Baca back again to serve on the right corner. And her serve. Padilla up to Kirkland, right in the middle. Big swing and a big kill for Addington. Good job there. Padilla, Miller, Addington. Howard will check in. Evans will get a break. And Kaylee Padilla back to serve, now down 4-6. 2-point lead for the Huskies. Jump serve, goes back to Macias. Baca sets it up. There's a swing, and it goes off of Kraft backwards. So the kill shot over there for number 8, Palomino. Second into the ball game is number 10, Wiles, and number 4, Henry. Henry will go back to serve with a 7-4 lead. They're served from the middle right. She always starts in the middle, takes 2 steps to the right. That's been her routine. Floater, Howard up to Kirkland. Kirkland back set. Addington with the almost missed it, but she got it over. They're going to dig it up. Chrismore goes back to Padilla. Cross to roll shot, and that's a kill for Addington. I was going to say cross to Padilla, but she just went up in the middle, did Miller, and Addington with the roll shot right down in the middle of the court. So the Bulldogs get the point. Addington checks out. Whitmire checks in, and Brecken Miller back to serve. 5-7. They got back there by Steele, chasing it down. They're just going to get that over. So Padilla up to Miller. He's going to set up in the middle for Whitmire, and she's going to shove it. They're going to get to it. Macias free ball back to Padilla. Miller again in the middle. Big swing. Tipped at the net. Macias again digs it up. And Henry, a shot back to Padilla. Miller chases it down. Now goes to Howard. Howard with the kill. Goes off the block and down. And Demery with the kill shot. It went off of Ashton Steele. And the Bulldogs get the point. Now within 1. 6-7. Brecken Miller gets the go-ahead. Back far right. Here's the shot. Barely dug up. Back set. There's a swing. Dug up back there by Miller. Padilla. And then just a roll shot. Macias gets to it. Boy, Howard couldn't let that go. Gets it to Miller. Padilla from behind the 10-foot line. Macias again with the dig. Set up on the left side, and that's going to be a shot. Artesia. Happy birthday, Gina Whitmire. She just knocks it down. That pass up front was up on the net. Gina goes and gets it. She is all smiles. All right, here's Brecken. We tied up 7-7. That's a floater back to Steele, set in the middle, big swing. Goes off of Brecken backwards, and that's a steal shot for number 12. Ashley Steele. Checking back into the ballgame is going to be Ortega, and she'll go back to serve for the Huskies. Chris Moore takes a break. They back up by 1. It's 8-7. Huskies. Ortega, right middle for the serve. Let it go. They did, boy. Both Brecken and Kaylee got out of the way, kind of parted the waters, and it goes too long. Ashton Kraft back to serve. Tied back up 8-8. And here comes Kraft. Great knuckleball. Masius gets to it. Henry with the set, blocked at the net. Oh, it went out of bounds. So it will be point to the Huskies, 9 serving 8. If Tovar checks in, Kraft gets a break. And on the other side, Ashlyn Steele thinks she came in. She's back to serve. Left side, Brecken, Kirkland. Kirkland back set. Howard just gets to it and can't get it to go. He kind of pushed it with the right hand right into the net. Point Huskies, 10 serving 8. Ashton Steele, left corner, ready to serve with a 2-point lead. Tovar. Roll shot for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a free ball, basically. They're going to get it back to Padilla. Miller goes back set, and there's a kill shot on the slide right there. Jenna Whitmire hit it right into her take. It kind of ate her up. As checking in for the Huskies is Poultry, and on the other side for Howard comes Evans, and the Bulldogs back within 1, 9 serving 10. From the middle, Brooklyn ready to go. Here's her jump serve. All right, she doesn't jump serve. Nice shot over to Steele, to Henry, and they're not going to get it over. Bulldogs with the point. Ball went straight up and then straight up again. And so the third hit. All right, so Brooklyn now going to shift over to the left side. 10-10. Here's the serve. They do dig it up back there. They're going to have to just get it over with the free ball. Padilla, Miller back to Padilla. Big swing. Well, it didn't drop. They get to it. Evans, Kirkman, cross court. Padilla with the shot. They're going to block it in net. Padilla gets it back. And then shooting it over for the kill on the right side is Jenna Whitmire. Padilla got it up off the block, and Whitmire went to her right, and Whitmire was there, and then shoved it back cross court to the left for the kill. And the Bulldogs, I think, take their first lead. It's 11-10 here in set number 4. Up by 1 on that left side. They dig it up. They're just going to get it over, and then it rolls over. But what did they call? They got them in the net. So Bulldog point, 12-10. As Evans are going to go over that left side. So here we go. Serve is over. Dug up back there by Ortega, right in the middle. Padilla, and then Whitmire will tip it over. Again, set. It's going to be a big swing, and it's supposed to get the net. Whitmire with the block. Artesia. That was Wild with the big swing, but over on that left side for the Bulldogs, Whitmire blocks it back into their side. Bulldogs now by 3, 13-10. Here's Evans from the left side. Too long, just too long. Ortega got out of the way of it. 7 and 8 checking in. That's going to be Baca and Potamijo. And Baca will go back to serve for the Huskies. Down by 2, 11 serving 13. He gets over in that right corner. Going to go back to Brecken. Miller, Kirkland chases it down, goes to, it goes off of the net, and Padilla hit a hard. That ball took a right off the top of the white, went straight up in the air with a front roll and gets over for the kill. Back to serve, Jenna Whitmire. He checked in, or Addington checked in for Brecken. Serve, dug up back there by Jaramillo on the left side, just going to punch it over. Evans, Miller, cross court to Padilla. Kill shot on that left side. Padilla with another kill, and the Bulldogs go up by 4, 15-10. 14-11. And we have a timeout taken by the Huskies. I think I'll just keep it right here. Brag on our fans. What a great group we have across the way from me of a sea of orange, white, and black for the Artesia Bulldogs. And now they got a chant going. Here we go, Bulldogs. Here we go. Bulldogs win this game. They're going to get the toughest face of the tournament as they'll take on the number 1 seeded St. Pius Spartans, St. Pius the 10th Spartans. And I think they've won both of their sets 3-0 and 3-0. Well, the matches with St. Pius Spartans. But the Bulldogs can obviously play with them. And so it'll be the semifinals if the Bulldogs can win right here and get the third set won. Right now they lose 15-11 coming out of the timeout. And Whitmire from the middle gets the ball and gets ready to serve. And she waits for the officials to get set, which they are now. The floor official says yes. So here she gets the go ahead. Jenna with her jump serve, middle. Floats it over. Dug up back there by Holtree. Back set by Baca. Big swing. Tovar to Padilla. Now Tovar will just get it over. And that's going to a free ball. Sometimes those eat you up. That's what happened. Baca went off her backwards on a free ball from Tovar. Bulldog point 16-11. Artesia up by 5. Here's a serve from Jenna. Dug up back there by Holtree. Chasing it down was Baca. That's going to go off the net. Tovar dives and gets it. Evans will go to the right side to Padilla. And there's a swing. They're going to hit it back to the back row. They're just going to get it over. Free ball Artesia. Brooklyn, Kirkland, cross court to Padilla. And you know what? You guessed it. Kill for Padilla. Checking in on Hope Christian side is going to be number 13, Cajun. Checking out is Haramijo and Whitmire with a 17-11 lead with the jump serve. Dug up. They're going to get it to the left side. Big swing. Whitmire digs it up backwards. Evans chases it down. Padilla's just going to get it over. Free ball. Holtree up front to Bacchus. He's going to set it to Haramijo. With the block. Point Artesia. 18-11. Coach Williams out talking to him. And they're grinning, all grins from Whitmire and Evans back there when Coach was talking to them. Whitmire moves over to the left middle a little bit, floats it. It's going to be dug up back there by Harlan. He'll back set. That's a shot to Evans. Just putting it over. Was that over? Brooklyn Miller. This time she doesn't go middle. She doesn't set it. She puts it over to the right side, right on the line. Point Artesia 19, serving 11. Whitmire with her jump serve from the middle. Goes off funny sideways. Baca chases it down. It's going to be a free ball, Artesia. Up, they went across the line on the pole. Point Artesia. We get to 21st. And the Bulldogs lead 20-11. 9-point lead here in set number 4. Whitmire on a run. Here comes some jump serve from the middle. Back to the back row, Ortega. They have to chase that down. It's going to be a free ball, Artesia. So Evans, Kirkland, cross court to Padilla. It's dug up back there by Holtree. They're going to have a chance at it now. Tipped at the net. Tovar digs it up. Kraft to Padilla. Her kill shot is dug up back there. It's going to be another chance here. They get the kill from the left side. Cross court for number 2, Adrian Steele. 12 serving 20 when we come back. Checking out of the ball game is Chrismore. And then she's going to check right back in. So I don't know if they did I guess they did a double switch. It's Chrismore back in. Avery Steele back to serve, left middle. Going to go back to Padilla. That was weird. It was shot off to the right over to the court next to us. Both point Huskies. As again, Avery Steele left middle. Here's the serve. Just the flow. Oh, it hits the net. I thought it was going to get over, and it didn't. So point Artesia 21, serving 13. Tovar checks out. Kraft checks in, and Kirkland Miller back on the right side to serve with an 8-point lead, 21-13. She's going to float it over. Dug up back there by Holtree, chasing down with Bach on the left side. It's blocked at the net, but goes out of bounds. That was Chrismore with the kill. checking into the ball game for number 6, Macias. Oh, no, I'm sorry, number 5, Holtree was number. Well, I couldn't check it. There's the serve by Macias. Brecken up to Kirkland. Back set. Padilla off the block. Hit. They're going to get it over. Baca over Chris Moore, and she gets the kill again from the left side. A 15 serving 21. As Macias again going to go back to serve from the right side. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, 21-15. There's the serve, the floater. Addington to Miller, cross court. Just a tip over there by Kraft. They're going to tip it over. Kraft hits it. And then a back set. Padilla tips it in. Oh, too far. Oh, it thought it was going in the right corner, but it does not. So it's now 21 to says 16. I thought that's what they had before, but they took a 1-minute timeout. We'll take a 30-second break.
At Permian Construction, we're more than builders. We're your neighbors. Proudly serving communities across the Permian Basin, we specialize in commercial projects from $50,000 to $5 million, delivering quality, efficiency, and peace of mind. With our construction management at-risk approach, we handle every detail from design to completion, so you can count on results done right. Built on hometown pride and strong values, Permian Construction is committed to growing the places we all call home. Learn more at PermianConstruction.com, where Maggie the Bulldog says, which means, go Bulldogs.
Okay, so I had the score wrong. I thought they already had 16. I guess she got it up there really quick that time. So it's 16 serving 21 as Macias to go back to serve the libero wearing the green shirt. Our libero wearing a white sleeveless shirt, which is Brecken Miller. So Macias goes over to their right side, down by 5, 21-16. Here's the serve. Brecken up to Kirkland. Kirkland back set to Padilla. Padilla with the big swing, tipped at the net, and they can't get there. Another kill for Kaylee Padilla. The Bulldogs go up 22-16 as Miller will check in. Evans will get a break, and it'll be Padilla back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. He goes right middle, leading by 6, 23-16. Macias up to Baca. Baca cross court set to Chris Moore. Bulldogs dig it up. Brecken back set. Howard to it over. They're able to dig it up. On the left side, be a free ball Artesia. Brecken to Kirkland. Kirkland right in the middle. Addington with the tip. They dig it up again. Over to the left side, Chris Moore into the net. Point Artesia. 23-16. A timeout taken by Hope Christian. Let's take one more 30 seconds, Jeff.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
All right, Bulldog fans, 23-16, set number 4. Bulldogs win this one. They move on. Play St. Pius. Haley Padilla, right middle, back ready to go. Here's her serve. Macias gets it up. Baca has to chase it down. It's going to be a free ball Artesia, and they're going to call a double hit. Point Artesia, and we're at set and match point. 24-16. Artesia here in set number 4. Padilla, right middle. Bulldog fans on their feet, clapping and cheering. Here's the set. Serve. Gets the ace, and they win the final score 25-16. What an exciting set match here for the Bulldogs. They win set 1 25-17, fall in set number 2 25-19. They'll come back and win set 3 25-19 and set 4 25-16. Okay, so let's talk about today. I'm here at Rio Rancho, and we've got Robbie and Josh. I believe Josh probably doing the game with Robbie. The Bulldog football team will be playing in their first round. The quarterfinal match will be against the Highland Hornets at 2 o'clock. That will be video and audio. That game will be on KSVPTV.com. It'll be on KSVP, I believe, Facebook and YouTube, and it'll be on AM 990 and FM 93.7, and it'll be at 2 o'clock. Pre-game starting around 1:25, 1:30. You don't want to miss that. Great interview with Coach Maupin and Coach Acosta, and we'll have some Meet the Bulldogs as well there in the pregame. And then at the top of the hour, 2 o'clock, it'll be Bulldog football, first round of the playoffs for them. Right here in Rio Rancho, I'll be back here at 2 o'clock. We will also be on KSVTV.com. And I'm not sure if we can be on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I'll get maybe I'll get some clarification on that, but definitely on KSVPTV.com. Obviously, we will be audio only, but here's what I'm going to tell you, Bulldog fans. If you're going to the game, which I hope you are, if you're in Artesia and you're going to the football game, go fill it up. Intimidation is so great, and Bulldog Bowl does that, especially when we have all of our rabid Bulldog fans there, which I'm sure will happen. But when you're at the game, get your earpiece out and listen to the Artesia Lady Bulldogs taking on St. Pius Sarton's #1 seed against the #4 seed. And you can listen right there on KSVPTV.com. So tune in and listen to it while you're watching the football game. If you're not in Rio Rancho, which we got a great contingency up here, and they can, of course, watch the Bulldogs on KSVPTV.com while they're watching live the Artesia Lady Bulldogs take on the St. Pius Sartans. But if you're in neither place, you need to have 2 devices. You can have maybe your phone and put your earbud in and listen to us here in Rio Rancho as the Bulldogs vie to get a win, be a big win against St. Pius to move on to the state championship game at 6. But if you are, and then you can watch on your big screen TV, you can watch it on your iPad or whatever device you have, the Artesia Bulldog football team at 2 o'clock. So you can listen and watch both games no matter where you're at. So I hope you do that. On behalf of Jeff Curtis back from the studio, and of course Gene Dow, and my wife, who's been down on the floor taking lots and lots of great pictures. Check it out on our feed on Facebook, KSVPTV.com as well. And also, we'll be posting those pictures. I'm sure the radio station will, and we will as well, Pam and I. So a lot of great pictures from here. And so on behalf of Pam and Jeff and Gene, this is Joby Hodling saying, we'll see you this afternoon, 2 o'clock, semifinal game, St. Pius and Artesia from Rio Rancho, and quarterfinal game at the Bowl, Artesia taking on Highland.